All right. So this is a public apology because I don't know how to talk to you on any other way. And you know who you are. This is just between me and you. Um, I know you said that I don't have to apologize for what I said in a previous Frantic Fridays video before I went to the hospital. But in my mind, in my heart, I know I have to apologize to you for something that happened years ago, the last time I saw you. So here it goes. um, at that time, I had just finished smoking, right? I just quit smoking for who knows how many times. But, there's no excuse for my behavior. I I was pretty much snapping at everything. Everything. And you can ask the other people that were there that day too. Um and I snapped at you, and that was totally uncalled for. I should never have done that, and I totally regret it ever since. So, if you can forgive me for that, that would be good. I would appreciate that because I don't know what else. It's just it's been on my mind ever since, and I know I should have apologized to you a lot sooner, but I had no way of doing that. And then I realized you watch these, so here's my apology for that. And that right there, totally sincere. I, I totally regret what I did and everything. And I hope you can forgive me to the point where we can see each other at least one more time. You know, I've totally changed since then. That whole hospital situation has totally changed my outlook on life. I'm a lot better now, healthier. I just want things to go back to the way that they were, if that's possible. I don't know. I mean, we've both grown since then. Um, and just put all that behind us because that's what I'd like to do. Yeah. Now, with that being said, ah, yeah, let's talk about the rest of my family. I don't know. I mean, I only have there's like a handful of people that I know that I talk to on a regular basis that I consider family, but they're not. They're not blood related or anything, but I consider those people family. In fact, there's only two blood relations that I actually talk to that I do consider family. And that's my cousin and my uncle. Right? Like one of my cousins, one of my uncles that I talk to on a regular basis that I consider family. And then there's like maybe 5 or 6 other people that are not blood relations that I consider family that I talk to all the time. There's one of them that I talk to like almost every minute of every day, right? Like while I was in the hospital, they would talk about everything that, like everything that I was going through and all that. And actually asking questions about what was being done in the hospital every day. Um, None of my actual family came to visit me, even though they all knew that I was in the hospital. And it's like, all right, well, I guess I don't need that. You know, I don't need people in my life that totally ignore me like that. I, like I've come to an understanding now that I need people in my life that are actually going to care about me, that actually want to be in my life and, are actually genuinely concerned about me, which I haven't really seen lately or in the past years of my life. It's like you got to pick your friends. Like I've picked my closest friends over my family because those close friends are the ones that actually care about how I'm doing, what I'm doing, all this stuff. They care about my health, they care about my well being. But as far as my real family, no. No. They don't seem to care at all. They don't reach out to me, they don't talk to me. I never hear from anybody in my family. So I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. I got a voicemail from somebody. Someone just called me. It's probably like some kind of spam call. I'm not gonna deal with that right now, but I don't know. Like, does anybody actually go through the same thing that I have? Like, does your family ignore you and you consider your friends more family than those people? Like, there's one friend of mine that I meet up with like almost, it's like at least twice a week when I go to the church and get the hot dogs and stuff and hang around in the mall. We meet in the mall and then we walk over to the church together. And I've known him my whole life. I consider him family. I even call him my cousin because he's so close. Him and his brother. And then there's the mother of my two youngest kids. I talk to her all the time. She's the one that's always in constant contact with me. She's the one that I talk to all the time in the hospital, even before the hospital, after the hospital. We're always talking about my health and my well-being and everything. And that is good. I need more friends like that because I probably wouldn't be here right now if I didn't have friends that actually cared about me. And it's all because my family doesn't seem to care at all. Like, I'm not saying that they don't care. That's what I see. That's what my interpretation of that is. Is that they don't care. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about. It's just I would not be here right now if it wasn't for those close friends that I have. And I seriously, honestly believe that. So I am grateful that I have those friends. And if that one person that I was talking about at the beginning of this actually forgives me and everything, I'm grateful for that person as well. I've always been grateful for that person, but I'd be more grateful if they forgive me. And I would be, I don't know, 10 times happier than I am now. Yeah. I just have, I don't know. I don't know why my family is like that, but yeah. You know, when I started going back to the church months ago, right? Like I'd go there every week. You know, my aunt and uncle were there, and then they stopped going for medical reasons and stuff. You know, like I never took that personally, obviously, but you know, it just seems, you know, I'm sure it was a coincidence, right? But my stupid brain, you know, took it, you know, a little bit personally, I guess. You know, like, oh, I started going back to the church, so they stopped. But it probably wasn't that way. It just turned out that that was, you know, they needed to, whatever. And now my uncle passed away, and really feel sorry for my aunt. She moved in with her daughter, but there's no way I can contact her because her daughter is one of those family members that totally avoids me, right? So if I call there, she probably won't talk to me. I don't know. It's just weird. But, oh man, I don't know. And then I'm, you know, blaming my sister for the whole thing, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. You know, I've got so many health issues, mental health issues as well. And it's like my brain always tells me that everyone's against me. But I'm trying to find a way to not believe that. But it's kind of hard when they won't talk to me. I've sent my cousins messages like on Facebook and stuff, but nobody responds. Right? So I get the feeling that I'm the black sheep. Nobody cares. I've done something along the way, I guess, that nobody cares about. So that handful of friends that I have, that's all I got. Maybe I should just be grateful for that and move forward with my life with only those people. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Should I do that? Should I just leave all those family members that ignore me in the past and move on with the close friends that I have? Or should I keep trying to contact these people that obviously don't want to talk to me? It's a struggle. It's a very, very big struggle. right? Because you can't pick your family. You're born into a family, and whatever, they have little events and stuff that they meet up with each other like every year or whatever, and I'm never invited. I always hear about it after the fact. So I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm going to go, and I'll be back next week with something else. I have no idea what, but something will come up.